What's up, guys? Welcome back. So, what are the symptoms of anxiety? Anxiety brings so many symptoms that if I had to list them all out, this would be the longest video on the internet. So, I'm going to talk only about the common ones, the ones that I personally had and the one that I heard the most from the people that I had the pleasure to work with. I will have videos that talk about individual symptoms, but this one was just going to give you a comprehensive list of what symptoms that anxiety can bring to you. So to start off the list, painful and tender scalp. A lot of people don't talk about this symptom, but I had it, and there are some people that I've talked to also had it. Their scalp is very painful to the touch at a certain spot. The next one is headache. All types of headache, migraine, tension headache, sinus headache, you name it, anxiety can bring it. Next one is vision issues. Oh my God, the vision issues. It was terrible for me for almost 6 months. And then you have jaw pain, you have dry mouth, even after you drink water. 30 seconds later, your mouth is dry again. And then you have ringing in the ear. Scary and annoying. Then you have difficulty swallowing. Your throat feels tight, like somebody is choking you. Like imagine when you cry and you're trying to swallow your own saliva and tears, and it feels like your throat doesn't open up. So that's the same feeling. And also it feels like you can't swallow anything, like something is stuck in your throat. You can breathe fine, but mentally you feel like your breathing is about to stop because your throat is so tight. The next one is chest pain, heart palpitation, skip heartbeat. These are the most common ones, but the most scary one because it relates to heart attack. Many of us go to the ER because of this, including myself. Difficulty breathing. And you can't live without breathing. So when you have difficulty breathing, of course you're gonna panic. Next comes the pain. Shoulder pain, joint pain, nerve pain, stomach ache, leg pain, your wrist, your finger, everything hurts. The burning pain is like somebody pouring boiling water on top of your skin. Next is a very interesting one. We don't talk about it much because it's so hard to describe it. And that is internal shaking. You laying down in bed or you just sit back on your sofa. It feels like the core of your body is trembling. And when you go to your doctor, you don't know how to describe it. And your family and friends look at you like you are crazy. Like I don't see you shaking because it's happening deep inside your body. And then comes digestive issues, nausea, bloating, tummy ache, diarrhea, constipation. And for me, every time after I eat, I felt like I was dying. There were times that after a meal, I run to the ER because I feel like my body is about to shut down. You can't eat. And then you're afraid of eating. Then you lose weight. And then you're afraid of losing weight. And the next one is dizziness. You know how many people teach about anxiety telling you that to ignore your symptoms and just move on and live your life ignoring your symptoms? How are you going to ignore dizziness? How are you going to move on driving, walking, and working and doing stuff when you feel dizzy? It's one of the scariest one. It's also one of the hardest one to deal with for me because you can't ignore it. Another weird one is extreme hunger. Like I just ate and suddenly my body feels like it's about to shut down because I'm so hungry. And the next one is a weird taste in your mouth. I remember having to keep using mouthwash to mask the taste that I had on my tongue. And it was there all day. And the next one is the creepiest, scariest, and to me, it is one of the nastiest symptoms of anxiety. Depersonalization, derealization, or some of us call it DPDR. It doesn't matter how strong you are of a person, when DPDR hits you, it brings you to your knees. It is insane. You feel like you are not yourself. You feel like you are not even connected to your body. You feel like you're looking at life through a lens, like a camera lens. You feel like the whole world is closing in and all you see is through a little tube. You feel out of touch. When people talk to you, you hear what they're saying, but you can't comprehend what's going on. It's like you in a dream. And the next symptom, insomnia. You are always exhausted when you have anxiety. You want to sleep, you want to rest. But the moment you lay in bed, your brain is just firing off signals and you can't sleep. I get about 1 or 2 hours per night during my anxiety time. The next one is also a very common one, but I wouldn't consider it a symptom. I would consider it more like a mental effect. It's high blood pressure. You know, your blood pressure goes up when you're anxious. So is it really a symptoms of anxiety? No, it's more like an effect of it. Another one is very common and also scary too is tingling and numbness. You know, the numbness and the tingling doesn't really bother us much, but the thought of it connecting to a stroke is what sends people over the edge. And then comes the muscle tension. Muscle tensions cause 90% of the problem. And muscle tensions is the cause of most of your anxiety symptoms. I will explain it later in my other videos. You feel like your body is a wooden board. You know, you can't move. Like your body is always tense and achy. So those are the common symptoms that I've seen and I've experienced myself. There's also another thing that I want to point out is, to me, I call them reactive symptoms. It's when your body reacts to your thought. Whichever spot of your body that you pay attention to, that you focus into, or you have fear over that spot, your body will react by producing some kind of symptoms on that particular area. So again, this is not an exhaustive list, but if you have any other symptoms that I haven't mentioned that you're experiencing and you want to share with us, comment below. To end this video, I want to tell you this. I am symptoms free. I don't have any symptoms right now. I'm living a happy life. And I was drowned in symptoms before. If you are struggling and dealing with your symptoms, trust me, they do go away. I recommend go get checked out by your doctor to make sure there is no disease or any medical conditions going on. But if your doctor clears you and telling you that it's probably anxiety, trust that they will go away. They do go away. Not by you chasing after them. You know, chasing symptoms don't work. You have to tackle your anxiety. Once your anxiety goes away, all the symptoms disappear. Trust me on that. If you find any value from this video, please like and subscribe to my channel, and let's beat anxiety together.